Yes. They'll be run.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for...
A little short on that occasion. He's... As we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Wait on.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Really good over. Takes a wicket, keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find the boundaries.
No interest in that one from the batter. Cummins will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper. Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that. The captain's going to change things around in the field. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper. Very full, sprayed the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
Wait there. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
The over ends with no change to the scoring. After some superb bowling, it looks tough to find ways of getting the ball away.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Super shot.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Wait.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Just slowing things down. Nothing too risky on that delivery. Just keeping the bowler honest. Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot. Just threw the shot too early.
Webster ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. Stark, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
Waiting.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Mulder shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Good, patient batting in that over. Nothing there to challenge. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the nursery end.
Wait on. Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. The keeper seems convinced this is out. Could be worthwhile sending it to the third umpire.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Clearly impact in line. Not much to argue there. Not hitting a thing. Ends up wasting a review.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Yeah.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
No interest in that one from the batter. Stark will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Just threw the shot too early. I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
They must have just slipped a little in their delivery stride to bowl that no ball. Sometimes it can happen when you're trying too hard. Edge! Amazing delivery! A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Wait on.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely. Just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Wait there. Bowler!
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it.
Wait, yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Bowler!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
got right in behind it. Content just to knock it around that over. 2 added to the total. South Africa are 132 for 5. Solid defence, very compact. End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Hazelwood from the nursery end.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
Timing just a little early on that occasion. That ball flew past the stumps. Not sure they had a clue.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
It was full, and good night. Hit it well to pick up 4.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Threw the hands at it, somehow missed everything.
Hazelwood with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messed everything up. Let it come right under their eyes, but didn't time it well. These are tough balls to face. Very easy just to nick it as it swings. That one just whizzed past the stumps as well.
Hazelwood doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
South Africa seem happy to take 2 runs off that over. It's 138 for 5.
Yep.
Keeper!
Good throw from the deep, on target. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run. Short, fast, accurate. When you get that type of delivery right, you just can't play them. No more short stuff this over, though.
Straight to the fielder.
Yes!
Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Hazelwood has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Lyon back on now.
Yeah.
Well placed. Should get a single. Drives and misses everything.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Bowling.
Just slowing things down. Nothing too risky on that delivery. Just keeping the bowler honest. Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Wait on.
Doesn't beat the infield. Gave them very little in that over. 1 run added. South Africa are 145 for 5. Cummins into the attack now from the nursery end.
The captain going with an aggressive field.
Webster, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Waiting.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Wait.
Good cricket all round, good delivery, time well, but straight to the fielder.
Waiting.
There's a run here, surely.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Wait on. Yes.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
A little bit short, not horribly short, moves the feet well, and the hands even better.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Yeah.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Webster has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards.
Wait on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, look how close that was to off stump. The timing on the shot was poor. Really didn't even get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with
Yes.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Bowler.
Yep.
Big edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Negated the spin well there. Got nicely on top of the bounce. Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
End of the over, 3 runs coming from it. South Africa are 156 for 5.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Bowler.
White there.
3 added in that over. South Africa are 159 for 5.
Just threw the shot too early. Right over the top of it. Nicely smothering the spin there.
Waiting. Yep.
That's 4. No one at third man to stop it.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Four runs added in the over. South Africa are 163 for 5.
White.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Waiting. White.
No interest in that one from the batter. Webster will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
End of the over. Beautiful bowling that just starts to build pressure on the batters.
A little late on that. No runs scored. Just need to settle down. The timing's all off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Just got to keep a cool head.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Comfortable single if they take it.
Sent back in the end. The run was on, but apparently they're content to keep the strike.
Waiting.
That stop. Great catch.
A fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. End of the over and a wicket has fallen. Brilliant over. No runs added to the score. Nice solid defensive shot.
Wait. Wait there.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yes.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Wait.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
That's the end of the over. 1 run coming from it. South Africa are 164 for 6.
Yes.
Massive edge.
Well, they decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They'd have made it very comfortably.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Super catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Maharaj is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Bowling.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Yip, yip.
Edge, unplayable.
Gets off 0 with that shot. They'd have been a little nervy. That'll settle the nerves.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Finds the fielder with that shot.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Well bowled.
Smothered the spin. Played it well.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Yep.
Huge edge.
Taking a bit of a risk here with a more aggressive field.
That's the over. South Africa are 171 for 7. The end of the session. Plenty of great cricket so far. We'll be back and we'll see you soon. Still searching for what would be a thoroughly deserved five-for. They bowled brilliantly in this innings.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Wait.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Bowling. Wait. Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Webster from the nursery end.
Bowling. A bow. Wait.
Great bowling, really hitting their straps.
Well bowled.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Wait.
The over ends with no change to the scoring. After some superb bowling, it looks tough to find ways of getting the ball away. Start, the left-arm fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Yep.
Seemingly wanting to keep the strike. That would have been a simple single. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it. The captain making some adjustments to the field here. A little bit of wobble on that ball and it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot though.
Start, doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Webster is looking good. Found some rhythm, really challenging the batter now.
Waiting.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Australia found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards.
Bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yes!
They'll get at least one.
Yep!
Well placed. Should get a single. No shot offered.
Well-directed short ball, sways out of the way.
Got right in behind it.
Well, he took all the pace off it. The response was good, actually. It was met very solidly with a very straight bat.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Wait! Yep!
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.